Okay, so let's go with what
I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe that night. Did not see me creep down the stairs to have a peep. She thought that I was tucked up in the bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. Oh, if it would have been if I had only seen Mama kissing Santa Claus that night. La 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 la. I think we better mute Larry. Can you do that? Larry, can you mute? There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
We love your voice, but it doesn't work on Zoom. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe that night. Did not see me creep down the stairs to have a peep. She thought that I was bundled up in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mama kissing Santa
Claus.
Tickle. Oh, she tickled him. Okay.
Yeah.
From the top. I saw Mama tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard. Why? Oh, what it would have been if they had only seen Mama kissing Santa Claus at night. There it is. Only practice these things once a year, you see, so you'll have to forgive me.
So now the idea is that each of you who have a contribution are welcome to give it, and the rest of us will all mute so that we can hear, but we can sing along in our own places.
And some of these things, when we get to them, we may be able to trade verses.
Yes.
Like I sing one verse and you sing another verse. And
that gets complicated.
it gets complicated, but it's kind of fun to try to pull off, and some of these songs lend themselves to it.
So
the ones we know very well.
But Terry knows so many songs that don't have no fear. We can kind of coming back to him, but we'd like to hear some of your contributions. So, I have no idea. The order, unfortunately, on Zoom changes.
Actually, no, we can fix that.
What?
Yeah, I learned a new Zoom trick.
What's that?
Gallery, and never mind. I thought I knew a new Zoom trick, but apparently I don't know what I thought I knew.
Yeah.
Or they changed it on me.
So actually, to our left right now is Mitch Derry. So Mitch, do you have something to contribute? Unmute.
Oh, you muted again.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, actually, I have a poem that I wrote. It's not very good, but it's definitely silly. It's called The Magic Potion. I know a magic potion, a most enchanting brew. It helps you to remember everything you say or do. Recalling every name and face will be a simple chore, and you will know each date and fact and where you were before. You'll know the date your spouse was born and when your rent is due, the numbers for your padlock and all your passwords too, and what's inside your favorite dish as well as how to bake it. It's easy with this magic drink, and here's how you can make it. You start with armadillo milk, and I know that's exotic, but if you'd only had this drink, you'd remember where you got it. There's gator eggs and lizard legs and snow from last December, and vitamin C and minerals 3, and the rest I can't remember. I wrote it on an index card. Could it be inside my car? I guess I'll just go get my keys. I wonder where they are. Perhaps inside my laundry bag. They'll be inside my clothes. But now I have to end this poem. I've forgotten how it goes.
Good one.
That's wonderful. Thanks,
That's
Mitch.
Hey, Terry, Lynn Phillips has to leave in just a few
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
You want
I
to
don't think
invite
we
her?
need to follow a special order. So if
No.
people want to just, wave at us when they have something, but let's go to Lynn now. I would love to hear, always love to hear.
Thank you for spoiling me. You don't have to, but it's nice of you. Yeah, I have one of those salami sliced evenings. I've been involved with Camp Harmony as well, which is in California, so it's near to you, relatively anyway. And I'm doing some extra volunteering because they've had some shortages. But I have a song which can really only be sung today or yesterday. So if it's okay with you, I'll sing it. It's called Ring Out Wild Bells. And it was written by, I don't know where I got the tune from, it was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson, who died in 1892. But I think the words really speak to today. See what you think. Ring out wild bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light, the year is dying in the night. Ring out wild bells and let him die. Ring out the old, ring in the new. Ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. For those that hear, we see no more. Ring out the feud of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. Ring out a slowly dying course and ancient forms of party strife. Ring in the nobler modes of life with sweeter manners, purer laws. Ring out the want, the care, the sin, the faithless coldness of the times. Ring out my mournful rhymes, but ring the fuller minstrel in. Ring out false pride in place and blood, the civic slander and the spite. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Ring in the valiant man and woman and true, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness in the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be. Shine. Thank you. Thank you.
That's wonderful
Very nice.
and most appropriate to the season. So, anyone else have something to say? We could.
Hello, Desiree has something.
Oh, great.
Okay. Hello,
Hello.
Danita.
Hello. Hello.
This is a real reunion. It's been forever since we saw these guys. We've been such good friends.
What this one?
I am going to read a poem that I wrote. It's called I Am the Old Lady Now. I hear myself talking to myself, sometimes in a whisper, sometimes in a loud voice. I smile. How often I've teased my grandmother for her soliloquies, and now I am at last the old lady now. I cannot always find the right precise word that I need. So lucky my girls are no far away to tease myself, and I am like that. I am the way I do myself
to my mom.
I am that old lady now. I am that I
try to do
it softly, unwrapping in my mint in the church. I do not like to irritate the young ones like the old ladies who irritated me. I am that old lady now. I look in the mirror and I see it in myself, the white hair, and I smile, and I am that old lady now. I do not like to, I did not like to
become one
of
of those
those old ladies in the church.
after
I am
all.
one of the ladies now.
One of those great old church ladies, yes.
And that's one poem in a book that Desiree has published. So if anybody wants to know about the book, I helped her publish it, so I can tell you how to get it. So it's great. One beautiful, lot of very humorous poetry too.
And Desiree and Kay Robert may remember our two sons, Sam and Arian, both of whom are on the call today, which is an event.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
on the
Donita,
call.
there's Arian.
There they are. Hi.
Hi there. What was that?
And Sam,
It's
Sam,
Arian. And there's Sam over there.
Yeah.
Waving.
Is that Sam?
Yeah.
No, Sam's over there, Daddy. This is
yeah, he's got a red shirt on. Sam is with his whole family.
Yeah.
Pandora, and I see one dog. I don't see the other dog, and I don't know where the children are. The children, they're all grown-up children now.
So someone is playing the uke, and I bet that it's Stuart.
It's Stuart. So let's do it. Again, I want to let people know that we have, before you start, Stuart, we did make some breakout rooms. If anybody wants to go to a breakout room, just chat to me, and I'll put you in a breakout room. So because I know some people haven't seen each other in a long time, and they might like to catch up. So, okay, on with Stuart.
Okay, Mary sends her regards. She can't make it. Her mother's taken a bit of a turn, so I'm here to bring the session back to silliness, if I may, because that what was advertised. So, this is a song I've heard Terry do about Australia. It's about a supply chain interruption about 50 years ago, and Mary and I lived in Australia, and I actually in the 70s for a couple of years, I had the honor of being escorted out of a main bar of an outback pub when I went in there with a female partner at Mildura on the Murray River. So there's some truth to this song, I think. This song is called A Pub with No Beer.
Stuart, if you like, I could chime in the last line of each verse. That might be fun. Would you like to try?
No.
Okay. Never mind. I'm going away then.
I don't trust Zoom.
But
oh, it's lonesome away from your kindred and all, with a campfire at night, where the wilding goes cold. But there's nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear, than to stand in a bar of a pub with no beer. Now the publican's anxious for the quota to come, and there's a faraway look on the face of the bum. The maid's gone all cranky, the cook's acting queer. What a terrible place is a pub with no beer. Then the stockman rides up with his dry dusty throat. He breasts up to the bar, pulls a wad from his coat. But the smile on his face quickly turns to a sneer as the barman says sadly, pub's got no beer. Then the swaggy comes in, smothered in dust and flies, and he throws down his roll and rubs the sweat from his eyes. But when he is told, he says, "What's this I hear? I've charged 50 flaming miles to a pub with no beer." This one's for the animal lovers. There's a dog on the veranda, for his master he waits. And the boss is inside, drinking wine with his mates. He hurries for cover, then he cringes in fear. It's no place for a dog round a pub with no beer. Old Billy the blacksmith, for the first time in his life, has gone home cold sober to his darling wife. He walks in the kitchen, she says, "You're early, my dear." Then he breaks down and tells her, "Pub's got no beer." So it's lonesome away from your kindred and all, by the campfire at night where the wilding goes cold. Ooh, and there's nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer. True story. True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Supply chains. Chain. Anyway, I wanted to welcome Paul Clark, who, like Lynn, is from the UK. And, I've been doing like these Zoom sing-alongs for 2 years now since the pandemic. And in the process, have acquired all these lovely friends from all over the globe. And, I'm sure we'll never completely abandon our Zoom singing, since we would miss each other a lot. So, Paul, we're just taking volunteers. Any more volunteers for something? Hello?
Well, I could do you one if you want.
Oh, that would be fine.
Even though I've got a mouthful of mince pie there.
Ah,
Well,
lucky you.
You'll just sound sillier than ever.
Continuing the silly theme, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn probably heard this one earlier, because people have been following us around there've been various sort of extra Zoom things because it's New Year's Day, so people are sort of doing stuff off calendar. I went to one in Phoenix where half the people had been at the previous one. And this is what I sang there, because somebody, when I was coming in, was singing Flanders and Swan, and then the conversation turned to The Milk of Human Kindness, which reminded me of this song. Oh, I find much simple pleasure when I've had a tiring day, in the bath, where the noise of gentle sponging seems to blend with my top A. In the bath, to the skirl of pipes vibrating in the boiler room below, I sing a potpourri of all the songs I used to know, while the water thunders in and gurgles down the overflow. In the bath, then the loathing for my fellows rises steaming from my brain. In the bath, in the bath, and condenseth to the milk of human kindness once again, in the bath, in the bath. Oh, the tingle of the scrubbing brush, the flannel's soft caress, to wield a lordly loofah is a joy I can't express. How truly it is said that one is next to godliness, in the bath, in the bath. Then there comes that dreadful moment when the water's running cold, in the bath, in the bath, when the soap is lost forever and you feel so tired and old, in the bath, in the bath. It's time to pull the plug out, time to mop the bathroom floor, but the towel is in the cupboard and the cupboard is next door. Oh, the water's running hot again, let's have an hour more, in the bath, in the bath. I can see just one salvation for the poor old human race, in the bath, in the bath. Let the leaders of all nations meet together face to face, in the bath, in the bath, with Joe Biden, Putin, MBS and all those other chaps like Bolsonaro and Maduro. Then we'll have some peace, perhaps, as long as Xi Jinping can have the end without the taps, in the bath, in the bath, in the bath.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Makes me
I
laugh.
concur entirely, except for inviting all the leaders of all nations into it.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I put my link back up to the little songbook thingy if anyone's interested in that. And we do take requests. We all take requests, so we would entertain that, or we can move on to somebody else. Anybody else? I am gazing across the little squares, and they're gazing back at me.
Don't leave, Sam.
I could do another one.
Oh, he's getting dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you do another one, Terry? I have my poem too. So.
This is
So
traditional.
Terry, I'm going to try one I remembered from when I was 16 years old and went out on Canada. I spent summer on a dude ranch in Canada. So this is a song from then, if I can still sing at my old age. He was only a lavender cowboy. His hairs on his chest were but two, but he wanted to be like his heroes and shoot like real men do. He fought for poor Nellie's honor. He wiped out a whole bandit's nest. He died with his 6 guns ablazing, but only 2 hair on his chest. So that's a authentic cowboy song.
For the occasion.
Good one.
Yes? Is that Larry?
No, that was Stuart.
It was Stuart. Okay.
Larry, but Larry says he wants. Yeah, Larry wants it.
Oh, yeah. Larry, please.
Larry Vaughn.
Okay. If you talk about silly songs, first person that comes to mind is Roger Miller. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. But you can have fun if you've a mind to it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it. Knuckle down, buckle down, do it. Well, you can't go swimming in the baseball pool. You can't go swimming in a baseball pool. You can't go swimming in a baseball pool. But you can have fun if you can mind to it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it. Knuckle down, buckle down. Well, you can't change a film with a kid on your back. You can't change a film with a kid on your back. You can't change a film with a kid on your back. But you would have fun if you were mind to it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it. Knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. Well, you can't go fishing in a baseball. And all you gotta do is put your mind to it. Knuckle down, to it, to knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. Well, you can't go swimming in a baseball. You can't go swimming in a baseball pool. You can't go swimming in a baseball pool. But you would have fun if you were mind to it.
Terrific, Larry. Thank you.
Truer words were never spoken, Larry.
Absolutely. It's soul stirring. Would you like to do your poem?
Yeah, I think I'll do my poem. So,
Yeah.
This is a poem that came to me from my my brother-in-law's grandchildren. My first husband, Paul, his brother Alan has two young grandchildren who I don't know very well. But they decided that they couldn't be here, but they really wanted to be represented by this poem. So, for a rainy afternoon, nothing to do, nothing to do. Pour some ketchup in your shoe. Bang the drum and clang a bell. Pinch the baby till he yells. Spin round until you fall. Draw a picture on the wall. Put some marbles on the stair. Stick some glue in sister's hair. Suck your thumb and slam the doors. Pull out all the dresser drawers. Catch the cat and bite his ear. Soak your toes in uncle's beer. Fill your pockets full of soot. Paint the bottom of your foot. Take your grandpa's watch and boil it. Throw the car keys down the toilet. Wet your pants on daddy's lap. Now go upstairs and take your nap. And I'm afraid I don't know who the author is because it was sent to me without an author. So maybe somebody else.
An anonymous note it was.
I know it wasn't the girls who did that. Oh, I see Joanna wanting to contribute something.
Yeah, great. Please do, Joanna.
Song and then a poem.
Whatever you like.
Okay. The short song is something that my mother came up with. I think she must have known it since she was a kid. She sang it one day when we were making Easter eggs, and it goes like this. Around the corner and under a tree, a sergeant major, he said to me, oh, tell me, do you love me? Oh, tell me, I've got to know. For if you do not love me, I fear I've got to go around the corner and under a tree. A sergeant major, he said to me, oh, tell me, do you love me? Oh, tell me, I've got to know. For if you do not love me, I fear I've got to go around the corner. And you can keep on going forever, and it's really annoying. Anyway, that was from my mother, circa 1960. And this one is from Alfred Noyes. Daddy fell into the pond. And all you have to do to find the words for this on the internet is just write Daddy F-E, and it'll supply you with the words because so many people like this poem. And it's funny, I think. Everyone grumbled. The sky was gray. We had nothing to do and nothing to say. We were nearing the end of a dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then Daddy fell into the pond, and everyone's face grew merry and bright, and Timothy danced for sheer delight. Give me the camera, quick, oh quick, he's crawling out of the duckweed, click. Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and doubled up, shaking silently. and the ducks all quacked as if they were daft, and it sounded as if the old drake laughed. Oh, there wasn't a thing that didn't respond when Daddy fell into the pond.
A pond, my word. Say,
Alfred Noyes' house. Alfred Noyes' house is now like a hotel or a bed and breakfast place, still run by his family on the Isle of Wight, which we discovered because they actually ran a pop-up bar there over the winter. They're normally closed in the winter, and to keep their income going, they ran a pop-up bar, and it's all full of Noyes memorabilia, sort of like letters from presidents and George Bernard Shaw, like that, framed on the wall.
Thank you.
I didn't know he wrote funny stuff. I thought he was all sort of serious, the highwaymen kind of thing.
Talking of funny stuff, I have a request. If Paul is able to access it, there's a song he does about Aloysius, which is
that's a great song.
So I'd love to for Paul to do that if he would.
Are you meaning that straight away?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you would grace us with some doggerel.
Right. Yeah. I will have to look up my cheat sheet for that. Excuse me. Actually, if Terry's sitting there with his, why doesn't he carry on with that while I'm looking for I'll come back to it.
If Arian will forgive me, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you told me that you remembered the American Sign version of Up on the Housetop. Do you remember that well enough to do it? I think that would be great.
We can see.
Does that smile? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had to unmute myself. No, that was a kindergarten thing, I'm afraid. I remember some of the American Sign Language, but I'm not versed well enough.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, something like that.
I actually messaged you to see if you remembered, there was a lullaby, a silly kind of lullaby that used to sing about the beautiful shore.
Oh, yeah, okay. I could do that, I think. It isn't really a lullaby.
Well, it's a silly. Well, you should.
It's
sing
definitely
it
silly. I will attempt to do that from memory. Day lived. Yes. Pass me my little orange pick there. Yeah, that would help. Thank you. I have a tender thumb. Oh, there's the first verse is serious about the young woman kissed her beau goodbye. He's off to see the war, but he never came back. Very tragic. And then the rest of the verses are completely like this. And this one, you got to put this is written in the 1910s. I learned it from an old 78 played on my grandmother's crank-up Victrola. And so you have to remember that this is the time when lights were gas lights, not electricity. And people from the country were a little befuddled by such modern technology. A Jay who lived out on the farm came in to see the town and registered at Smith Hotel as Mr. Hasty Brown. He took his key and went upstairs with whiskers green as grass, pulled off his boots and jumped in bed and then blew out the gas. and he never came back. He never came back till they broke open the door. And the last words he said before he dropped dead were, "We'll meet on that beautiful shore." I went into a restaurant as hungry as a bear, and like a raving maniac, I seized a bill of fare. The waiter said, "What will you have? Bring me a steak," I say. He took my order, bowed his head, and slowly walked away. And he never came back. He never came back. I waited an hour or more, and his head I will break if he don't bring that steak when we meet on that beautiful shore. Oh, let's see. Oh, I went to Barnum's show one day and took me mother-in-law. She laughed at everything she saw until she broke her jaw. The big balloon outside the tent proved to be my friend. I pushed her in and cut the rope, and up she did ascend, and she never came back. She never came back, though high in the air she did soar. And I'm happy tonight she's a way out of sight till we meet on that beautiful shore. Okay, do you remember any more, Arian? I know there are lots of other verses. Each one's sillier than the last.
The one that I remember most vividly was the one about the waiter.
Oh yeah, okay, so I say that. Anyway, what kind of a father keeps his child asleep with stuff like that? I think the same kind of child who grows up with a grandmother that plays those songs to him on the Victrola.
Well, your dad used to play me Blood on the Saddle.
Oh, that's right. And he used to sing me to sleep with what's the it's the same the old world over.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to sing, "Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning."
Well, that's relatively innocent given what we were exposed to.
And I'm trying to think of the other thing that she. But anyhow, it seemed inappropriate, but that's okay. So, I'm not sure.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Got something? I saw that Chip just joined us. I've got Chip. I've got a kind of online songbook here, if for people who want to sing along with or make requests from it or anything like that. It's in the chat if it interests you. You go to the website and you click the little musical note at the top, and then you click default, and you get our list of Christmas songs.
All right. Well, happy anniversary.
Well, thank you.
To Terry and Liz.
Thank you for joining us.
I think Paul is queued up for Aloysius, unless Chip.
Oh, Aloysius is next.
Unless Chip
Great.
wants to jump in.
Go right ahead.
Okay, by Jez Lowe, this is. I had a dog that wouldn't bark. His name was Aloysius. I found him lost and on the street some years ago, wandering quietly in the dark and minding his own business, which covered him completely head to toe. While any new tricks he was much too old to teach, but not too old to lick parts I could only dream of reaching, but growl. No, he wouldn't bark or howl. No, he wouldn't move a jowl, but for food and drink and kisses. Why, I say, stay, bonny lad, but why be silent, Aloysius? One night me dog I found towards the TV facing. It made me quite amused to see him stare, as huntsman, horse and hound across the screen went chasing a fox that wandered foolish from its lair. I said, sit down, lad, you can't run with the pack. But he turned round and to my amazement answered back, you and your kind, you must be bloody blind to think that for all time you can treat us as you wishes. I said, stay, bonny lad, but mind your language, Aloysius. He said, you call us man's best friend, and yet you kick and beat us, or our brothers we are trained to hunt for sport. If we were in the Orient, people would kill and eat us, and our skins for fashion may be sold and bought. Or else you poison us with your scent and cigarettes, and though you breed us to death in cages, you expect us to obey. We have to sit and stay, and if a dog should have his day, he's condemned as being vicious. I said, way, bonny lad, but fair point there, Aloysius. I had a dog who hardly spoke, his name was Aloysius. Come to think of it, he never said goodbye. One morning we awoke to find he'd upped and left us for that great big kennel in the sky. But from that day on, he'd never said another word. And people say, come on, it was your own voice that you heard. So if I greet a stray dog on the street like some old friend that you'd meet, well, don't look at me suspicious when I say stay, bonny lad, but don't be silent like Aloysius. Once I had a dog, his name was Aloysius.
I just love that one. Yeah.
Song.
Oh.
So,
Oh, I see Larry Kelly.
Larry, if you please, sir. Larry Kelly Mahaffey.
Okay, all righty. Yes, this is a very short song that I learned from my wife when we were courting, and it's one of the reasons I married her. That and the fact that the first time I went to her house, when I stepped up on the porch, there was some cat food outside, but she had put it in a container of water so that the ants couldn't get it. And I thought, oh, this is a keeper, this one. So this song, I think it's probably English. At any rate, the way she sang it was English. And it goes, oh, Jemima, look at your Uncle Jim. He's down at the duck pond learning how to swim. First he does the breaststroke and then he does the side. Now he's underwater swimming against the tide.
All right.
Succinct and to the point. I like that.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to think if there's anything you want to share. Another one, Terry? I mean, unless who else? Gertrude, do you have anything to share, or Cornelia? I keep thinking we represent a lot of traditions online, even though there's not that many of us at this point. But I don't know what other people are having for New Year's Day, but we're having black-eyed peas because that's a necessity in this part of the country. Although Terry's family would have, what would you have usually on New Year's Day?
Gumbo.
Gumbo. And my family, I don't think we had bagels and lox in the morning, and then just read the paper and did whatever we wanted on New Year's Day. We didn't celebrate it at all, really. So I don't know. Do other people have traditions that they, that they have on New Year's Day they want to talk about?
Yes, the reason down in the South we eat black-eyed peas is that we can't grow lentils down here. And that begs the question of, well, why eat lentils?
Yeah.
The reason we eat lentils is that during the, Rome during its decline, they spent all their money on things from other parts of the empire. So all the gold went out to the hinter regions of the empire. And so inflation set in and they reduced the size of a denarii down to the size of a lentil. And the tradition arose that they would eat lentils on New Year's Day for good luck to bring back denarii.
Aha. Thank you. Thanks for that, Larry. I never knew that. So it is good luck. So anybody else explain any traditions for New Year's? I mean, is there a South African tradition? for New Year's? Okay, Robert and Desiree? You have to unmute yourselves. I can unmute you if you want.
No, you can't. It'll just tell him, please unmute. But
Oh, really?
yeah, you can't unmute people.
Okay.
They used to let you do that, but then they tightened up.
There. Are you
Look
unmuted?
at it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Visiting.
I do not know about South African heritage. There was nothing there that
Nothing? Okay.
We went to the beach.
That sounds nice.
That's a good tradition.
Well, in my family, we took down the Christmas tree. That was the New Year's
Okay.
Day tradition most years.
So,
It was
Kate,
kind
Robert,
of-
and
It was
Desiree.
kind of sad to do
Yeah.
every year. Put away all the Christmas gifts that were all over the house and get ready to, carry on after the merrymaking of the holiday period.
So, can you move the thing over just about a quarter inch?
Yeah.
So we won't have to lean across. No, just push it that way a little
it.
bit.
This way?
No. Yeah, sorry.
You're gonna have to-
I just meant this.
Oh, okay. The tradition that I learned in Greece that I really enjoyed thinking about this morning was that the holiday doesn't end on New Year's Day. The holiday ends on the 6th of January, which is Epiphany. And it seems to me in particular this year, we need to think about the fact that Epiphany is the date that we had a catastrophe in this country last year, and but it also is a time for Epiphany means a spiritual awakening, and there is a possibility, and I've been sitting with the idea of all of us really hoping for a spiritual awakening in this country that brings us from the fear and violence that we've been experiencing, and into the level of hope and love and caring for each other that we would really like to see. And I know all of you share those thoughts with me, but that's, we still have 6 days of celebrating. In Greece, they actually celebrate Epiphany more than Christmas, more than New Year's, and they throw a cross from the cathedral into the water, and young boys dive for the cross. And I've always thought that was a really interesting. They have a parade and they dive for the cross and get it out again and put it back on the church in the church. So it's an interesting tradition. So
that might be because there's a widespread Greek Orthodox religion in there, and the Greek Orthodox and I think the Russian Orthodox didn't change calendars when the lost 11 days. So around about the 5th or the 6th is their Christmas Day, or is the nativity date. So that may be why that there's that mark of that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So let's hope we have a different January 6th this year, in which we're all transformed spiritually.
Well,
Okay.
I think I shall degrade.
Seriousness,
I think
right.
I shall degrade the tone once more and
Yes,
do.
Grandma
Got run over by a reindeer, and the words are in the little online songbook if you're interested in singing along with this cheery and traditional Christmas carol.
But please mute yourself if you so that you can hear it well.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You might think there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe she'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go, but she forgot her medication as she wandered out the door into the snow. When we found her Christmas morning, at the scene of the attack. She had hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating claws marks on her back. Now we are all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well. See him in there watching football, drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel. It's not Christmas without Grandma. All the family's dressed in black, and we just can't help but wonder, should we open up our gifts or send them back? Send them back! Grandma got run over by a reindeer coming home from our house Christmas Eve. You might think there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now the goose is on the table, and the pudding's made. I can't read it from here.
A fig.
And the pudding's made of fig. Okay.
And the blue and silver candles
Would have just matched the hair on Grandma's wig. I'm warned by my friends and neighbors. Better watch it for yourselves. They should never give a license to a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves. Grandma got run over by a reindeer coming home from our house Christmas Eve. You might think there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Singing Grandma. Got run over by a reindeer from our house Christmas Eve. You might think there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. There. Tear came to my eye. Huh?
Oh dear.
Oh, yes,
A
it's so
tear came
sad.
to your eye. Oh my goodness.
It's a rain tear.
Oh. I guess I said puns were allowed, so.
Great. Do you think we can persuade Chip to give us a number?
How about that, Chip?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm not sure I have a silly number, but I'll do a traditional number. Y'all will know the words. How is the audio? I've kind of shifted around. How? It's okay? Let's see. Y'all will know this one. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season right. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's son, They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Woo. I thought I'd put that one away for the season. No, thanks.
Good one.
We don't really have
There
a
you go.
we don't
Several
really
people.
have much of a tradition here in the Bach household, although we did just finish putting away the tree. But I did learn of some friends who jump in Barton Springs pool every New Year's Day. So,
Heard this.
but I haven't done that yet. I'll confess.
Well, it's warm enough to jump in the pool at this point,
Yeah, one would
but
almost
don't
be
wait till
tempted.
tomorrow because it's going to be really cold here. So
And Barton Springs is always cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a chance to welcome Siobhan and Ann Collins and now Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Hall
Hall
and
and Jan
Jan
Cullinan.
Cullinan. Are you there, Jan? We can't see you
I
yet.
expect she's there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't see you yet, but let us know if you're.
I'm here, no camera.
Oh, no camera. Okay, well you can listen. That's good. And do you
Nice
have
to hear
anything
you.
to contribute? Do you have anything to contribute?
It's okay.
Jen?
We won't kick you out.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing to contribute. I'm not,
Okay, well,
I'm not
good to
talented.
see you. Good to see you. Good to hear you though. So, go ahead.
Yeah, well, there's Jeffrey. I don't know how fair it is to ask for something right when you join the crew, but I'd love to hear something from you.
Okay, let me see if I can pull something up very quickly.
You know my favorite.
What is it?
I don't know.
My favorite is the robotic pajamas, but
That's a very energetic piece.
yeah, I
Let me
know. We'll spare you.
Okay, let me do this. This is a new one, and
Do you want me to pause the video?
yeah, I was just going to ask you that. Thank
Okay,
you
I'll
very
do
much.
that in this minute.
That was great.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one before. That was terrific.
Yeah, that was pretty new. Yeah, thanks.
So anybody else? I could give you another little one if no one else is hopping into line here. Let me see. This is a very well-known old piece. Could you move it over a little for me again? Just scooch the book over, but no, other way.
Other way, okay.
Yeah, a little more. Oh, stop. Thank you.
Okay.
Cheat sheet adjustment here, Clay. So, not silly and not traditional, but I like the way it sounds on the banjo. The sleigh bells ring, are you listening? Down the lane, snow is glistening. What beautiful sight, we're happy happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we will build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man." But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Oops. In the meadow we will build a snowman. Sorry, I got lost. We'll pretend that he is Parson Circus Clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman.
Until the alligators knock
I don't know
him
how
down.
that lyric got in there.
I don't know,
think
but it's good.
It's until the other kitties knock him down. But these set of words says, "Till the alligators knock him down."
Somebody got it.
When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin', we'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. I offer my usual excuse. I only play it once a year.
Well, I've got one that I like because I can use an unacceptable word in it. So, hi, cheers. Where, oh, where are you tonight? How can I be? Where are you tonight? How can I be? Do, 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 do. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone.
Yeah, very hee-haw. I mean, some of us had a crushing choice to make, hee-haw or the Smothers Brothers. I mean, they're like two sides of my soul competing.
Well, actually, hee-haw was the replacement for Mother's Brothers.
Oh, that's right. I thought they were running opposite, but,
No, they weren't.
It's
been lovely.
Oh, Sam, yeah, hi.
We
Yeah,
need
you're going to
to
say
go,
goodbye?
unfortunately. It's been very lovely. Everybody
Bye-bye,
here,
sweetie.
love you and happy anniversary.
Have a nice rest of the day. Hi, Brennan. Hi, whoever is in back of Sam. Cassie, Pandora. Yeah. Bye-bye. There's.
We're also
All right.
going
We'll see you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the beautiful, beautiful selections. They're amazing.
Oh, well, they're fun mostly. We really wanted to have fun today. So we all need
Happy
it.
anniversary.
Thank you. And it's wonderful to be able to be together across the miles. Hopefully we'll get to North Carolina this year, Terry and I.
That'd be great.
We were planning it last year, but it didn't work out, did it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope to see you all in North Carolina. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to say goodbye too, and this has been my
Okay.
first time to join you. I had a lovely time, and I hope to see you next year.
Okay. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye. Bye, Cornelia.
Well, we didn't have a real ending time for this, but it seems like things are naturally wrapping themselves up.
Yeah. I see Gail has turned off her picture probably because she realized that she was she was in the middle of this. She was baking cookies, and cookies need to come out of the oven when they need to come out of the oven. So
Cookies, like children, need attention.
yes, they do. So does anyone else have anything?
So I will let you see. I went back to making my cookies.
Right. Okay.
But listening to all your wonderful songs.
Okay. Well, we can watch you make
On our
cookie, Gail.
anniversary, you get a musical review and a cooking show.
Yes.
All in one. It's the Terry and Liz Variety Hour.
Anyway, well, we have the rest of the day is going to be really quiet. We opened champagne last night, not so much for the New Year's, and then we sat up. Well, we didn't sit up. We stayed awake all night with the fireworks. I mean, I forget every year what the fireworks are like around here, especially the part of Austin that we live in.
There was a considerable escalation this year.
There was an
really.
incredible escalation this year.
I mean, people are so pent up; they
Yeah.
just needed to blow things up,
Yeah,
What can you
and
do?
so we didn't get as much sleep as we usually do, and but that's okay. It's a heck of a lot better. When we got married, on the 31st of December, we were moving from North Carolina to Philadelphia. And on the 31st, a bunch of people came and helped us from the meeting and from the school, from the New Garden Friends School, load the truck into all of our furniture into a truck. And then on the 1st, we got up and went to the meeting house and got married with a lot of people, some of whom were here, and enjoyed having a lovely wedding in which the meeting did all the arrangements with the food and things like that. It was all potluck. And then we went home and went back to bed again. And we were at that point, all the furniture that we had that was still up were our beds. And I believe we had several people staying with us too. And then in the morning of the 2nd, we got in the truck and a car, and I don't remember whether there was just one car, and we drove up to Philadelphia and parked the truck in the back of a school parking lot overnight, because by the time we got there, it was too late.
Gail was there to receive us.
Gail,
Wasn't she?
no, she came with us.
She drove up with us.
Yeah,
Okay,
right. So, and the next day we moved into the house. We brought the truck back up to our house in Germantown, and the last thing that went into the house was the piano. And on the way up the stairs, since Terry and I and about 4 11-year-olds were the ones who were carrying it up the stairs, the piano leg broke, and I had a fit.
People who volunteered to be our assistant muscles couldn't make it, so I recruited neighborhood kids.
Kids, right? And we almost got divorced on the spot, but we didn't,
but
obviously.
The
It's
next
32
morning,
years
things looked better.
Yeah,
they
did.
So always remember that. Things look better the next morning.
Anyway. So that's the story of our wedding. But it was a wonderful wedding and it's been a wonderful marriage. It really has, and it's sustained us through 2 kids and 3 grandkids, and now the COVID.
And these annual events are quite precious to us, and we really appreciate folks coming and being with us.
Yeah. So, do you want to do one more song?
One more song. Does anybody have a request a request or anything like that? Let's do that one. I want to open that up. I'm going to do this one because the Bill Staines song, and Bill Staines passed away not very long ago, and it's always
a lot of
good.
you know this. All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir, which is one of my favorites too. So I'm going to sing with you. Is that okay?
Okay. I'm not sure what key I'm doing this. I might as well do it in the same key. All God's Critters, some sings. Maybe that'll work. Okay. All God's critters got a place in the... Nope, doesn't work. Sorry.
Okay.
critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and paws or anything they got down. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom of the spot, where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old count just goes moo. Well, the dog and the cat, they pick up the middle, where the honeybee turns and the cricket fiddles, and the donkey brays and the pony nails, and the old coyote howl. Oh! All God's children, all God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and paws and anything we got down. Listen to the top where the little birds sing on the melody and the high note ring and the hoof and the holler and the over everything. The jaybird disagreed, singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and is on his way. The possum ain't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands and balls or anything they got down. It's a simple song that's simple song of living sung everywhere by the hawks and the fox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hawks above, the shy raccoon and the turtle dove. All God's skills are grace in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just slap their hands and paws, anything they got down. Well, thank you, Bill Staines.
That's a
and
great
goodbye.
one. Yeah. So, anybody else? Anybody got anything else they'd like to add? Gertrude,
Well, I just enjoyed seeing y'all. I haven't seen Terry in years and years and years. I got to see you a few times and recently at the Cullinans. But yes, come to North Carolina. It'd be great.
Yeah, we really would like to spend some time. We spent some time in New England last year, but we didn't get to North Carolina. So we really, but he has to be willing to travel. He's not the traveler that I am. So, but hoping that this summer will be possible. It'd be really nice. So, thanks for coming, Gertrude.
I've moved into friends' homes, so there's a lot of people here you might see.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. I sort of,
Everybody we know are candidates for friends' homes in one
right,
way or another.
Right. we sometimes we consider it ourselves. You're enjoying friends' homes then?
I do. I like it a lot.
Good. Well, you're so young still for friends' homes. I always think so.
Well, yes, I am. But when the apartment came open that I really wanted, I decided to take it.
Take it, right.
Yeah, you're only young once.
Yeah.
Gertrude, do you know Gay Bowles?
Oh, yes, I sure do. Yes.
Please say hello, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and love from Larry and Joanna.
Okay.
And from Liz and Terry.
Great.
And from Liz and Terry. I mean, yeah, that'd be, she's doing okay, huh? Gay is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Gay's fine.
Good.
Gertrude,
Used to be our meeting.
Gertrude, do you know Judy Hahi Bartlett?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, tell her hello. I went to college with Judy.
Oh, you went to Wake Forest?
I did.
Yeah, we all have these North Carolina connections, don't we?
I saw Judy about just before Thanksgiving. Was the first time I had seen her in decades, so it was very nice to see her. But tell her hello.
You're Chip Bach?
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we better bid you farewell and a happier new year than the last one.
Yeah. A more
I've got a feeling it's all going to get better. It's going to get better. Okay. I hope you all will join me. That feeling.
Yeah.
As we.
And thank you.
And Anne, have
dive
a really
into it.
good time in New York, even though do you have enough clothes there? You didn't intend to go for that long? Whoops, unmute yourself.
I'll unmute myself. That yes, I am washing frequently.
Oh, okay. And went for a week, right? And
Well, for
staying
3
until February?
weeks. I actually went for 3 weeks, but
Okay.
I'll end up staying 7, 8 or so because neither of my sons want me to fly in all this mess right now, especially as far as I have to go from New
Can't
York
blame
to
them.
Oklahoma. So
Anyway.
I'll stay for my birthday. Douglas will help me celebrate my birthday.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, we'll see you back here by yearly meeting, which hopefully will be in person.
I'm hoping it's in person.
Yeah, hopefully. So, okay.
It's good to see all these faces, friends I know, friends I don't know. But
Yes.
it's lovely.
Yes, a collection of people from song circles, from meetings.
Yeah, it's
from,
always a good feeling to realize how many little spheres interconnect in your life, and these anniversary times really help us reflect on that.
It's nice to see Gail. It was nice to see a little bit of Gail.
Yes. Yeah. Gail and I talk every day in COVID.
I'll be back.
Really
Cookies
good.
are in the oven.
Good.
Well, the last time I saw Gail was probably at a Friends General Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing workshops. Oh, I still do my workshops at Friends General Conference. This year I'm doing Reading the Bible with the Poor People's Campaign. So,
And I'm doing a workshop on writing memoir. So,
And I think it's in person this year.
It is in person in Radford, Virginia, hopefully. But there are also online workshops. They're just not blending them together. So both are possible. So, and I suspect if we had to, all the workshop would go online. So that's the way they would do it. So anyway, it's great. So.
I am saving the chat here.
Oh, Terry is saving the chat so that we can read it because we haven't been keeping up with it. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say my I was hoping one of my grandchildren would contribute something, but they're all too shy to do that. But Loki liked the music. That's the black dog.
Well, they have contributed to past anniversaries.
Oh, yes, they have.
When they were 6 and 8 and 10.
Right, they weren't so shy.
They were really hams.
Yeah, Brendan would stand in the middle of the circle at 6 years old
and conduct everybody.
Conduct everybody.
And Cassie wrote a song that she debuted at the.
Yeah, she
you remember
did.
the Circus Lions Roar?
Yeah. They were constantly making plays.
She was
when they
6,
were
I
little.
think. Yeah.
I don't think she was much older than that. Yeah, no.
It's nice
This is
to
the
see
one who's
Harry
at
as
Oxford.
well.
She's at Oxford this year, doing English literature. So hopefully she'll be able to go back after the vacation. She's home right now. But, and then Ari's at Boston University and Brendan's just in high school. So just in high school.
well, here are my virtual cookies. Everyone can have one.
Oh, they look
good.
Milk chocolate chip, very healthy.
I can almost smell them.
I'll have to make you some next day. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
It
Anyway.
was nice to see Arian as well. Hadn't seen him in years. And he looks to be in a good place.
But
he's in
he
Seattle.
is in a good place now.
He's in Seattle. And working
he's teaching special needs kids, and he just thrives on, the work that he does with kids. And
so we're really, if we could just all of us stay healthy, and have this thing go bye, we'll see you all. So we should probably end now.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for letting me jump in. It was
Take
fun.
care. Bye-bye.
Happy anniversary. The New Year. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
yeah, blessings on everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Happy
At
anniversary.
the bottom, Liz. You've forgotten.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.